Who did Canada choose for their favorite credit cards and loyalty rewards programs? You'll find out right here as we reveal the winners of Rewards Canada's Canada's Choice 2024 Awards. This is where Canada came out to vote for their favorite credit cards and loyalty reward programs. This year we had over 35,000 Canadians cast their votes across 12 categories covering the most popular credit card and loyalty program types. There were new champions who have been crowned in 3 categories, and we also crowned our first ever winners in our new categories of retail loyalty rewards credit card and food and drink loyalty programs. So why don't we dive into all the results? And the first thing we'll look at is the credit card section. And in the overall travel rewards credit card category, there was no change here as the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite card holds on to this coveted spot that it has held on to for several years now. The TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite took just over 30% of the votes in this category, and the top 3 were rounded out by the venerable CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card and the well-rounded Scotia Passport Visa Infinite card. Jumping right into our next category, this is the no annual fee travel rewards credit card, and this is one of those new winners. This was the Scotiabank Scene Plus Visa card. They were the first of the new champions. It took the top spot away from the TD Rewards Visa card. Scotia and Scene Plus had a really good turnout this year. The program must have done some good outreach to members. Personally, I didn't see any myself, so if you happen to get an email or saw it on social media, please pass it along to me. But not only that, I think the general Canadian public is slowly becoming more educated about the program and how it's not just for movies anymore. That's actually my catchphrase for the program anytime I discuss it in the media or even as I've pitched it to Scene Plus for them to use in their marketing. The no-fee Scene Plus Visa card took just over 27% of the votes in this category, and the top 3 are rounded out with last year's winner, the TD Rewards Visa card in second, and the no-fee CIBC Aeroplan Visa card taking 3rd spot. And speaking of Aeroplan, that moves us into the top airline credit card, and this is the same card that's the overall winner, and that is the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite card. No change here in this category again, as that ever so popular TD Visa Infinite card from Aeroplan widened the gap, taking just over 43% of the votes compared to 33 and change last year. In second place was the CIBC Aeroplan Visa Infinite card, and third went to the American Express Aeroplan card. And that'll bring us to another good travel credit card category, and that is the no foreign transaction fee credit cards. Once again, this was won by the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite card. It took this spot last year. Overall, the Scotia cards actually gained more votes this year, not just from being the higher turnout from Scene Plus members, but probably also because we lost the HSBC World Elite MasterCard, and then the Brim MasterCards also started charging an FX fee. So the amount of cards available with no foreign transaction fees actually dropped this year. Overall, the Scotia Passport garnered over 47% of the votes, and the next 2 positions also went to Scotia cards, with the Gold American Express card and Platinum American Express card, both from Scotia, taking 2nd and 3rd respectively. So moving out of travel, we'll look at cashback credit cards, and the winner here is a newly crowned one, and that is the TD Cashback Visa Infinite card. For the past few years, the PC Financial World Elite took this top spot, but that card was moved into our new category this year, which was the Retail Loyalty Rewards category. So the TD Cashback Visa Infinite won this category with just under 22% of the votes, while the extremely popular Scotia Momentum Visa Infinite card wasn't far behind in second with just 21% of the vote. The 3rd place card is the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite card. And that brings us into our new credit card category for this year, and that was the Retail Loyalty Rewards credit card. We launched this after feedback from our readers and even our own considerations, because while these cards do kind of provide actual rewards that are the equivalent of cashback, we don't really consider them true cashback cards in that you're limited to only redeeming those rewards at the retailers that participate in the program. So that's why we created this new category, because it kind of helps differentiate between these retail cards and actual cashback cards. The winner here surprised us. Based on past years, I really thought PC Financial would take the top spot here, but that wasn't the case. Our first ever winner in the Retail Loyalty Rewards credit card category is the CIBC Costco MasterCard. It was a close-fought battle though, because there was less than 2% that separated it and the 2nd place card, which was the no-fee PC Financial MasterCards. And rounding out the category is the very popular Triangle Rewards MasterCard. That is the option from Canadian Tire and their various brands like Marks and Atmosphere and places like that. And that moves us into the last credit card category, which is the ultra premium credit card. These are the high-end cards with lots of benefits and very high annual fees that get upwards of $800. The same card was crowned in champion this year, and that card is the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege card. Just like the core version of the card, the VIP's card overall lead grew this year to just over 30% of the vote. Meanwhile, the CIBC Aeroplan Visa Infinite card moved from 3rd to 2nd, which bumped the RBC Avion Visa Infinite Privilege card down to 3rd from last year's 2nd spot. And that's it for credit cards, so why don't we jump right into the loyalty program categories. So the loyalty programs, we have our overall credit card reward program. So this looks at the general proprietary credit card reward program as a whole and not the individual cards, but just the whole program, the cards, everything all put together. And winning this category for the first time was Scene+. The program just narrowly edged out last year's winner, which was PC Optimum. The difference in votes here was only 0.89%. Talk about a hard-fought close battle. And rounding out the credit card reward program category is the TD Rewards program. Next up, we had Airline Loyalty Program. And Air Canada Aeroplan has once again taken the top airline loyalty program. They have dominated this category every year since we've run Canada's Choice, and by dominate, we mean taking over 74% of the votes this year. That's an 11% increase over last year. In second spot is WestJet Rewards, who were also second last year but dropped in actual votes cast. And rounding it out in third was Porter Airlines VI Porter program, which saw a slight increase in votes from 2023. Keeping on the travel tip, we'll now look at the best hotel loyalty program. And this is another one that sees one program dominate, and that is Marriott Bonvoy. This is one of the largest hotel programs in the world with over 9,000 hotels. So it's no doubt that it would do well. Plus, they are the only hotel program with a credit card in Canada, so that helps it too. Marriott won this category with just over 33% of the vote. And we had a new program jump into second place, and that was Hilton Honors, who moved up from third place, knocking last year's runner-up Best Western Rewards into that third spot. So that's rounded out that category, Marriott, Hilton, Best Western. And now we'll move into shopping loyalty programs. PC Optimum has once again held on to top spot in this category. They've dominated it over the years as well. The program took just over 38% of the votes. That's noticeably lower though than last year's 67% or over 67%. Scene+ remains in second place with just over 27% of the vote, and Air Miles holds on to third with just over 13% of the votes. I wonder if this category is indicative of the rebound of Air Miles, and then also of more Canadians becoming aware that Scene+ is not just for movies, and also some of the headaches that PC Optimum has encountered this year. Love to hear your feedback on that if you think this is kind of where these programs are heading. And the last category we'll look at this year is our other new category that we added this year, and that is the Food and Drink Loyalty Program. The first ever winner in this category is the iconic Canadian coffee and donut chain Tim Hortons and their Tim Rewards program. They took first place with nearly 39% of the vote, which was then followed by Starbucks Rewards, who got just over 25% of the votes, and McDonald's, My McDonald's Rewards, took third spot with almost 21% of the vote. And that's it for the results. I want to thank all of the Rewards Canada community and all the Canadians who came out to cast their votes this year. It is greatly appreciated. As always, I do want to stress and make the disclaimer that the results are 100% based on how everyone voted and if and how the programs and issuers conducted any outreach to their members. These results, in many cases, differ from Rewards Canada's own research rankings on the best credit cards and loyalty programs, which I'll link to in the description as well, so you can kind of compare the way Canadians voted with what we think are the best credit cards and loyalty programs. I think in general, the results do show the prowess that the large loyalty programs and credit card issuers have. It is always the big players who have the great showings: Aeroplan, TD, PC Optimum, Scene+. They're all some of the most popular programs and credit card issuers in Canada, and this reflects in the votes. You know, I often get asked things like, why does the American Express Cobalt card rank so low in the voting, even though it is such a good card? And the answer is quite simple. The majority of the population isn't aware of many of the options that are available to them outside of what they see from the major players, which in the end, we hopefully help some Canadians become aware of the better choices out there as we do our best to help educate as many Canadians as possible on the whole variety of credit card and loyalty program options that are available to them. And that's all she wrote for this episode. If you liked today's video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel if you don't do so, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we put out new videos, And be sure to leave us a comment below, whether it's saying hi, hello, or if you have questions on any of our results or anything else to do with loyalty rewards and credit cards in Canada. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys next time.